Hello and welcome to the first quest in the account. I know, I'm excited, I know. I wanted to have people voice over the characters, but I think we will have to push that aside and go with this type of format. Let me know what you guys think. Let's touch on some trivia for this quest before we jump on it. Let's take a seat first and find the quest. Oh, here it is. Fishing Contest. A quest made in 2002 by the following developers: Paul Gower as a developer, Mod James as the conversion, which if you don't know what that is pretty much making the quest compatible with the different versions of RuneScape throughout the years. If you want the proper definition, well, here it is. For audio, we had Mod Ian, and as for the quest helper, we had Mod Raleigh. You might be asking yourself, what is the quest helper? It's an ancient system that is no longer in RuneScape. The function of the quest helper was to give you hints and spoilers. Yes, spoilers. The player will receive 4 points, which would reset every 24 hours, and that's how you will advance through your quest if you got stuck. You will use 1 point for hints and 2 points for spoilers. Hints were messages that pointed players towards solving problems. This doesn't mean that the solution will be given out to the player though. Spoilers, on the other hand, will give you the solution on how to progress with the quest. Not entirely sure if there were guides available in 2002 though. The quest has been patched 2 times after its release. Nothing big, just a typo in 2011, and in 2013 they fixed something to do with narrative text grayed out in the quest journal. Question mark, question mark, question mark. The quest has been reworked by Mod Mass as a developer, Nick F as art and graphics, and Martin I as quality assurance. These mods deserve credit for the work they've done here and making such an interesting little quest. Now that that's all out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the quest. The quest starts like any other, speaking to the NPC. In this case, it will be Vestry, a grumpy dwarf sitting on the west side of the White Wolf Mountain. These dwarves aren't friendly at all and won't allow you to enter the cave unless you become friends first, which they take some time to think about. After a while, he decides that the only way possible for you two to become friends is if you obtain a gold trophy from the fishing contest. My character was very pushy about entering the cave too, by the way. It wasn't just the dwarf. Apparently dwarves make awful fishermen, which is why he's asking you for this tiny favor. Once you agree with him, he will hand out the fishing pass to enter the contest and the quest will begin. After the chat with our future friend, we make our way to Hemingster, an extremely small town of 4 houses that's located 2 steps away from the ranging guild. It has an infestation of chickens that don't seem to leave no matter how much you shoo them away. This little village is in the middle of huge eye-catching landmarks, so it goes very unnoticed, unfortunately. I'm sure a lot of players never paid attention to it since the quest can be done in literally 4 minutes or less. After we arrive in Hemingster, we should go speak to the champion, aka Grandpa Jack. He tells us that he's won the contest for 4 consecutive years. He also shares the best spot to fish at and what type of bait we should use. Right before we head out, he remembers that there's a vampire that's using the special spot he told us about, and the only way to move the vampire from there is if we have garlic. With all of this use information, we head out and look for the items we will need to win this contest. As we walk to retrieve these 2 items, I want to share some information on Grandpa Jack. We already know he doesn't mind sharing his secrets with others, but did you know that his best catch ever was a casket that contained a diamond in it? Weird. He also caught a whitefish, but he lost it right away. The whitefish is only obtainable in the fishing contest area and it has a few interesting interactions. One of them is that you can cook it, and the second one is that you can use it as bleach to remove any and all colors from the goblin male to turn it into a white goblin male. After obtaining both items, we will head back to Hemingster and finally enter the fishing contest. Making sure that we place the garlic in the pipes so the vampire complains about the smell. But wait, does this mean that vampires don't complain about other weird smells? Anyway, let's go ahead and keep going forward. He will eventually move away from the pipes, giving you the special spot Grandpa Jack spoke to you about. Once you start fishing, the contest starts and it becomes a race to see who catches the raw giant carp first, which it isn't much challenge since we have the perfect spot to catch them in. As quickly as we started, the competition ends and we are given the fishing trophy. Apparently the carps are so unique and large that you win automatically. Before we leave, let's give thanks to Grandpa Jack for his help and head back to Vestry. Once we arrive at the cave, we give Vestry the trophy and see if we're finally worthy of being his friend. I think he likes more the shiny gold trophy than our new friendship though. And with this, we complete fishing contest, making it the first quest we complete on the account. Finally. Let's cover the rewards real quick. 1 quest point, 2,437 fishing experience, access to White Wolf Mountain, which we don't want to go any further than the tunnel. Sadly, it can stay very far from us. Last but not least, 2 treasure hunter keys, which we really don't get because we are Ironman. I wouldn't say unfortunate, but you know. We also unlock an achievement, fishing contest. That's the name of the achievement. This quest will be useful for future quests down the line. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, give yourself a reward by grabbing a cookie or something. As you guys can see, I didn't want to make the quest video boring, but fill it with lore and trivia that player might have not known or might have forgotten. I for sure learned a few things during this quest. This is also to give recognition to those devs who worked in this quest and the future quests I'll be doing. If you did enjoy this format, be on the lookout for more of these coming as we unlock more chunks. As always, I want to read your feedback in the comments below, share the video so other people can enjoy this series as much as you are, and with that, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.